Here are 10 tips and tricks in Rust that every single player should know about. Whether you're a solo, duo, or a trio, these Rust tips will actually help you. No useless fluff. If you're fighting with somebody with barricades, I don't recommend jumping and looking over. You can easily be headshot, and it's highly predictable. I recommend you do this instead. It's less predictable and it's a lot harder to headshot you, unless you do it too much. But of course, the best idea, if you have multiple walls, I suppose place around 3 or 2, and then it's a lot less predictable for the enemy to know where you're gonna peek from next. Tip number 2. If you see multiple guys running in front of you or toward you, then don't instantly start shooting at them. First, check your surroundings for any potential high ground, like this tower right here. Once you're up in the tower, you can easily kill every single one of them, and you can also check for grabs, and it's a lot harder to kill you when you're up in high ground. Tip number 3. On every roam, I recommend taking a bow or a crossbow with you, because if you see multiple geared guys running in front of you, you can shoot at them with the crossbow or the bow, and once they know your exact location, you can sit back, and they will probably think you just have some primitive gear, and they will brainlessly push you, and then you can collect that easy free loot. Tip number 4. If you have a triangular jump up, I also recommend putting a shotgun trap under it, because it's a pain to take it out. Not just that, but you can also make a trap base with this, because if somebody's on your roof, they jump down, they will most of the time assume that you have a shotgun trap right down here. But when they see the open door, then trust me, they are going to go for it. But when they go for it, they're gonna get killed by this shotgun trap, and then you can go collect your free loot. Tip number 5. When you're playing Rust, try to not be too predictable. Because, for example, let's take this subway. Most of the people will always go to the left side, but we are always gonna go to the right side. Another example of this is when you're fighting with somebody with barricades. Don't pick like this. This is very bad and it's highly predictable. Instead, do this. Every time you peek, you go back behind the wall and you wait for some time. Then you go back, and then you wait for some time, but this time, the time has to be a bit lower or higher than the time you did before. It has to be out of sync every single time. Another example of this is on cargo ship. On cargo ship, things are a bit different. Most people will always go to the right side, but we are always going to go on the left side. Because if you're fighting against a pro player on cargo ship, they will most likely predict you going on the right side. So every time when your gut feeling tells you to go to this side, then I recommend always going to this side instead. It's a lot better, trust me. Tip number 6. In military tunnels, there are these 2 holes which you can look out from and shoot out from. But I don't recommend being over here, because the first hole, most good players will know to check this one. I recommend being at the second one, because most people do not bother to check this one. Another tip with military tunnels is also, when you start to go out from military tunnels, I always recommend you check this pipe. Most people will go on this pipe and camp you from there. So every time, check that pipe first. Tip number 7. The weapon laser sight is an OP attachment that gives you 50% more accuracy. Another thing with this attachment is that you should not have it on at every time. You should only toggle it on when you're seeing a guy and you're about to fight or shoot. But other times, always have it off. You can toggle it by F. Tip number 8. If you have bushes outside the front door, then I recommend taking a building plan and putting a foundation over the bushes. The bushes will disappear and they will not come back. Tip number 9. When looting something in Rust, never loot it like this. Instead, loot it like this. If you take a shower, then your Rust skill will be drastically a lot worse. But if you never take a shower and you smell, then your Rust skill is a lot better when it is when you don't smell. So at the end, I recommend not taking a shower.